First, I'd like to introduce Tardis Johnson, who's the Assistant Dean of Academic Advisement in the Office of Academic Affairs, who will be discussing his group's initiatives that focused on promoting greater academic and co-curricular intellectual engagement.
Thank you, Miriam. Good morning. There we go. I'm a morning person. I was just discussing this at our table. I am a morning person. At night, I peter out, but in the morning, you can't stop me. All right? So I want to welcome all of you to this session. I'm really happy to be here. It has been a labor of love. I want to thank my subcommittee members who have helped reinforce the idea that this is one community. This is FIT, this is our home, this is our campus, and we all work hard to ensure that our students have the best experience from the point of entry to the point that they graduate and become alumni. And one of the things that you hear throughout this presentation is the fact that that experience culminates from all of us engaging with each other and with our students. And there's no better place to start. I mean, I took chorus in high school. I cannot carry a note. I can't carry a note across the street. But there was one thing they said. They said, let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. Exactly. And so what we'll do is we will start with our first year experience. And that is our incoming students, our first year students. When they come into FIT, they're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, they're excited about joining our campus community. How do we take the experience that they gather during orientation, working with our student ambassadors who provide a phenomenal experience during that first week of when they're in orientation? How do we take that and enhance it and build upon it such that those experiences and those cohorts and those relationships and those friendships that are forged during orientation continue throughout the academic year and throughout their lives at FIT? Because we know the student experience doesn't stop once orientation is over and they go to class. The experience continues after orientation in class in their various organizations that they choose to participate in. And we want the Student Ambassador Program to really become enhanced such that it's a true first-year experience. Last year, we rolled out the Common Read Program. We want to fully develop and enhance the Common Read Program such that that experience is enhanced throughout the overall first year that the students are here, such that they have programs that are related to the themes within the Common Read program. And I want to thank all the members of the Common Read Committee who are here today for their participation in the Common Read program. You might say to yourself, okay, so what is the benefit of this? And one of the things that we notice is that, we propose that it will continue to enhance community engagement. It will continue to enhance the overall experience that our students have during the first year. Because studies show the first year is the make or break year for students. That is when they connect with the campus. That is when they connect with faculty. That is when they connect with their peers and the staff members on campus. So how do we keep that ball rolling? How do we keep them excited during their first year? In addition, it increases the connections. Because we often know, and we often hear this, once students get involved in their majors, they're in their majors. They're entrenched, they love their majors, they see their peers in their major and major-related area courses. But like family, sometimes you want to interact with some other folks, right? My brother called me last night and he started complaining about something and I said, somehow magically the phone died, right? So, how do we continue that such that the family experience is one that is wholesome and that students really bond and connect with each other? Then we say, you know what? Beyond the first year, how do we continue the experience at FIT? Because New York City is an extension of our campus, right? This is our playground. This is our sandbox. You couldn't ask for a better playground than New York City. So how do we offer an experience, or how do we offer an opportunity for our faculty and staff to engage our students outside of campus in the various intellectual, cultural, and social venues that we have in this wonderful city that we call home and that we call our campus? So how do we set up a fund such that faculty and staff can engage students, take them on various trips, take them to museums throughout the city, take them to other activities and venues that will provide an intellectual, stimulating, social, or recreational experience that they enjoy and that they find wholesome. Again, empowering the student, building a sense of community, building a sense of cohesiveness, but most importantly, enriching the overall experience of our students. They are our greatest stakeholders. And that continues with interdisciplinary opportunities. Yes, we want them to play in our playground called New York City. We want them to feel enmeshed and embedded in our overall campus community. So how do we enhance that by offering an interdisciplinary opportunity? How do we get students to say, you know what, my major might be fashion design, but I'm interested in courses outside of fashion design. I'm interested in courses that might be in business and technology. Or I'm in business and technology and I'm interested in courses in the School of Liberal Arts outside of the liberal arts. So how do we present opportunities for them to become engaged in these interdisciplinary opportunities? And what we propose is, how about, we offer some seminars on the weekend so that students can join in this process and that they get introduced to various courses and various topics that have a common thread throughout FIT, such that they get to know the business side of the house. They get to know the fashion side of the house. They get to understand what's going on in liberal arts, so that it helps them to understand from a broader perspective how it all fits together. All the pieces at FIT fit, right, together. So again, enriching the overall experience of our, what happened? Okay, so all the pieces at FIT fit together, but again, how do we enhance the overall experience of our students and build upon our cohesive community? One of the things that Kelly mentioned that she learned from the videotape from Goal 1 that Jack mentioned, and giving him a plug, he's my boss, is the fact that how do we enhance, how do we contribute, and how do we build? There's a common thread here, and that thread enhances the overall fabric of our student experience and builds upon that garment that we're creating, which is a well-rounded and a holistic experience for our students. We continue. Those of us, all of us, we work with students every day, and they want to be heard, right? They want to be heard. How do we present opportunities for students to be heard as it relates to the development and enhancement of our curricula and our programs? And so what this proposal is designed to do is to create a committee such that students and alumni have the opportunity to offer input on how to enhance our overall programs, our curriculum, and our courses that are offered at FIT. Being heard makes someone a partner. Being listened to makes them a partner in the overall experience. How do we provide that for them? And what we propose is to set up a committee such that they have the opportunity to be heard, and that these tools are developed to provide input to the entire campus, but namely to the various departments, so that they can be heard and that their ideas are presented in such a way that they understand, hey, I'm part of this, I'm connected, I'm a member, and that will continue with them throughout their alumni years. Then the next one, civic engagement. Our students, there's a recent report out that talked about how college students want to be intimately involved in their community. Again, circling back to our overall community and our sandbox that we call New York City, one of this proposal is designed such that there's a committee set up that has a repository of activities related to civic engagement throughout the New York City metropolitan area. And this committee will use the resources through the Sustainability Committee, the other committees that are on campus that have initiatives and opportunities for students, faculty, and staff to get involved in the community outside of FIT, and the Student Volunteer and Services Committee through Student Life, such that there's one repository, one database, one place where it's housed, where students, faculty, and staff can find this information so that students can go out and get involved in the overall New York City community, working in tandem and in conjunction with faculty and staff who are also interested in these ideas. Again, creating a community on campus, but also off campus. And finally, this is a wired generation. No matter what time you get on the subway, no matter what time you get on the escalators. How many of you have ever been on the escalator and someone's texting on their phone and you just want to walk up the stairs? You just want to walk up the escalator, but because someone's texting, or you want to go up the subway stairs and someone's texting. This is a wired generation. We understand that. How many of us use an app? How many of you use an app on your phone just to find out what's going on? Okay, so apps are in. One place, one hub where all that information can be gathered. And this proposal is designed such that students, faculty, and staff, the entire FIT community, can find out what's going on in one place by the use of an app. What does this do? What it does is it allows all members of the FIT community to go to one place to find out what's going on. If someone wants to know what's happening in the Dubinsky Center, in the Student Life Suite on the 7th floor, the app will tell them that. If someone wants to know what's going on in the Great Hall, the app, they press the button, they look for it, the app is all in one place. The app is there. They don't have to search the website. The app will provide the information, one hub, one place, so that all members of the FIT community can find this information. And one of the things we say, it increases communication because students, faculty, and staff do not have to go searching for information. It's all located in one place. Because we often understand, or we often know that some members, some folks have issues with technology. They may not know how to navigate our website to find out what's going on. And also, students and faculty and some staff, we get involved in our own departments. We need to, find out what's going on in the other departments and the other units by using this app, and all the information will be in one place. All right? So, in conclusion, what I wanted to say, again, our committee was designed to find these and to come up with initiatives and ideas to promote an empowering community for our students. They come to FIT, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, they're excited about FIT. How do we leverage that by promoting opportunities to remain involved throughout their entire experience at FIT to the point that they graduate? The goal isn't to, solely to get students to graduate. The goal is to keep students involved in the FIT community by becoming alum. And that's the overall experience that we want to create. We want to empower them to develop their own FIT experience through these initiatives and have that translate and promote and continue to grow as their alum. Right? Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Erica Rohrbach, who is professor and international student advisor in admissions and enrollment management and student success. She will be discussing her group's initiatives that focus on making international perspectives and understanding fundamental to the student, academic, and co-curricular experience.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Miriam, and special thanks to members of the 3B Working Group. International Experience for All. That is the motto and aim for FIT the International Perspectives Working Group has come up with. Some of you may find this concept a no-brainer, and others a daunting challenge. On the one hand, one might say just riding the 7 train yields a significant international experience. Why strive for more? On the other, we happen to work at a public community college situated in one of the most expensive places to study and conduct business on the planet. International experience for all? How can we make such a promise to our students, to ourselves? But especially after experiencing the commitment of my working group and learning of all the exciting international projects presented at Spring Convocation, I ask you, how can we not? Currently, without our really lifting a finger, nearly 12% of our full-time population comes from 70 countries around the world. Now, we've tracked this data for years, but this past fall was the first time we presented it in map form and had no idea how it would be received. At the Thanksgiving dinner international programs that my office hosted for international and exchange students, where we shared the map, a student pulled me aside, pointed to a speck near Ukraine, and told me how much seeing her country, Moldova, included here meant to her. I must admit that kind of choked me up, and I work with international students all the time. You never know how you touch another's life. And this is what Goal 3B is getting at. Broadening the culture of FIT to realize values already present in our mission and vision. Diversity, inclusivity, global awareness, connection, support, and cultural sharing. It is our hope that the 5 initiatives we arrived at do just that. First up, intercultural competencies. Baseline for fostering a climate of greater inclusivity and further internationalization on campus, we seek to establish intercultural competencies for the entire FIT community. There is a vast stream of intercultural scholarship for us to tap into, and undertaking this type of project will encourage greater faculty and staff sensitivity to global student experiences, creating a more open environment where all feel safe to engage in cultural sharing and intellectual risk-taking. This initiative calls for partnering among the Office of International Programs, the CET, and Diversity Council to offer pedagogical intercultural workshops for faculty, as well as cultural sensitivity training for EMSS personnel. It also seeks to incorporate a cultural competencies component in orientation for incoming students. And finally, this initiative calls for the development of a global studies minor, creating curricula to support intercultural competency that includes mandatory study abroad. Next, our exciting Cultural Fellows program. Cultural Fellows will serve as ambassadors throughout FIT to help raise the visibility of international perspectives and encourage greater cultural sharing. As you may know, on-campus positions for international students are quite limited because most on-campus jobs are supported by federal work-study funds international students are ineligible to receive. This program would give international students and those with significant experience abroad the chance to become embedded authorities in various educational contexts like classroom visits, intercultural workshops, and linguistic pairings, while compensating them for assisting with international student welcome and orientation, buddy outreach, and serving as cultural liaisons to departments, clubs, and the like. International Student Services would help launch and coordinate the program, and we would seek to engage international faculty and faculty who have taught or lived abroad as Cultural Fellows mentors. Where our first two initiatives seek to create greater inclusivity throughout our community, this one focuses more on internationalization of the classroom experience. This initiative to increase international teaching and collaborative experiences involves extensive partnering of international programs, international student services, and human resources to streamline the visiting scholar invitation process and increase support for international faculty and their dependents, as well as for faculty teaching or doing research abroad. It also looks to IT and media services for greater support for COIL, SUNY's collaborative online international learning implementation, and to expand FIT's relationship with Fulbright and other exchange organizations to help facilitate linkages with institutions abroad to encourage the exchange of innovative thought and practice. This is where the hard work of internationalization meets the road. Our fourth initiative is all about supply and demand. It calls for FIT to develop innovative partnerships to support multinational corporations and organizations with well-educated talent, while they, in turn, can help us meet the increasing demand from students and alumni for international and domestic internship and employment opportunities. This initiative encourages faculty to cultivate important industry relationships and calls for dedicated personnel from the Career and Internship Center or in the newly developed Global Partnership Program to guide students from their first semester in how to procure an international internship and assist international students with career development from day one to post-completion of studies practical training. This initiative partners alumni relations with ISS to connect international alumni and industry with current students and looks to the FIT Foundation and Development to seek out corporate and organizational funding to help support international internship participation. Helping multinational corporations and organizations to strengthen their global reach allows us to extend ours. Which brings me to our final initiative, increase study abroad participation. Perhaps this is what you thought we had in mind when calling for an international experience for all. And while we certainly would love for every FIT student to have the chance to study abroad, we know that's a tall order. That is why this initiative seeks to strategically expand our study abroad offerings and destinations, just as we look to increase and diversify study abroad participants by going after funding for study abroad and international scholarship development. This initiative calls for collaboration across the college, making the pathways to study abroad crystal clear to students. We see this involvement the Academic Advisement Center, informing students of study abroad opportunities open to them from day one, working with EOP and the Diversity Council to widen study abroad participation, and developing the Global Studies minor mentioned earlier, which will include a mandatory study abroad component. Chancellor Zimpher has put all of SUNY on the hook for increasing study abroad numbers 25% by 2020. And we are confident FIT can help lead the charge towards that goal. In closing, I want to share a thought from a Forbes business analyst I encountered this fall that gave me pause. He cautioned, culture eats strategy for breakfast. The college has invested a great deal of collaborative energy in crafting innovative goals to move us forward. Let us work together to broaden our culture when it comes to integrating international perspectives and keep FIT a sought-after destination for preparing leaders of tomorrow's global workforce. International experience for all? Yes. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce June Ang, Director of Space Management Planning and the Office of Finance and Administration, who will be discussing her group's initiatives that focus on building and enhancing physical and virtual spaces that promote a deeper sense of community. June?
Thank you, Miriam, and good morning, everybody. So to understand how the physical and virtual environment can help to foster interaction and knit together the FIT community, everyone in our working group hit the streets. Well, we only hit one street, and that is West 27th Street. Some of us went around the campus and asked people for their thoughts and opinions. Some of us created a SurveyMonkey questionnaire or sent out emails or text messages. And almost all of us talked to our fellow classmates or our colleagues. And from the ideas that we gathered through our informal surveys and our own brainstorming sessions, we identified the following 6 initiatives that will help transform the physical and virtual spaces on campus that will enhance the student experience that is unique to FIT. The first initiative identifies the need for open studio space and computer lab space that is outside of the class time for students to complete their course assignments and projects. Our group calls this space Studio X, which is a placeholder name, but this could be a naming opportunity. It is a large, open, multi-purpose studio space that could accommodate over 200 students from all academic departments and be open 24/7. To serve the needs of the students, the studio should be equipped with cutting-edge technology, such as 3D printers and body scanners, as well as computers that can handle a wide range of functions. The furniture needs to be flexible to allow for various modes of work. The benefits of Studio X are that it will support student work and fulfill academic accreditation requirements. And because this is a shared space, it will foster interaction between the different departments and schools. And working in a shared space will also spark ideas, experimentation, and innovation. The second initiative is about bringing together existing student-centered services that perform similar or related functions, but are currently scattered all over the campus right now, to a common physical location. These locations would be easily identifiable and recognizable as student-centered neighborhoods. One example is student-centered administrative functions such as admissions, financial aid, Registration, the bursar's office, and academic advising, which are scattered in different locations right now throughout campus, could be co-located to create a one-stop where students and their families can go to complete transactions all in one place. The benefit will be to save students and their families time and reduce frustration from having to travel to multiple locations to complete a transaction. Another example is the Writing Studio, the Academic Skills Tutoring Center, the Testing Center, the Math Emporium, Disability Support Services, Fitable, and the Educational Opportunity Programs could be co-located, and this can become an area where students know to go when they need academic support. Health services and counselings could also be combined so that students know that this is where they go to get well. Co-locating these departments can allow them to share spaces and resources, and clustering departments together will also improve campus wayfinding, highlight the services that each department offers, improve the delivery of these services, and ultimately increase student satisfaction. The third initiative calls for the creation of dedicated exhibition space to showcase the work of students, faculty, and alumni to the FIT community and to the public. Various mediums will be used in the galleries, including digital displays to show the different types of work that are produced here. And the public galleries would exhibit work from all academic departments. Common areas such as the dining hall, lobbies, lounges, courtyards, and building exteriors could also be used as display spaces. The benefits of the public galleries will be to generate and spark educational discourse, increase opportunities for participation by students, faculty, and alumni, highlight FIT as a hub of creativity, innovation, and expression, and be a source of inspiration and pride and a place of enjoyment. The fourth initiative is about enhancing the common spaces that are outside the classrooms to foster structured and unstructured opportunities for learning and socializing. It calls for increasing and improving common area seating in lobbies and lounges, and improving and allowing access to outdoor spaces. Enhancing these communal areas will provide places for chance encounters and serendipitous connections. Student spaces such as meeting rooms, study rooms, lounges, and activity spaces should be created on the first and second floors of each building. By locating these spaces on the first and second floors, it will increase accessibility and visibility to increase usage. This initiative also calls for more late-night dining options to foster community building centered around the sharing of food. Community centers such as a meditation room, an LGBTQ and women's center should be created to support students' social and spiritual health and well-being, and to provide safe spaces that embrace diversity. The fifth initiative calls for spaces to have small group meetings. These collaborative smart studios would accommodate small groups of 2 to 4 individuals or larger groups of 4 to 8 individuals. These studios will support task-driven and small think tank discussion sessions for students and faculty. These spaces need to be infused with technology to allow for groups within the same or different disciplines to be able to work together and learn together, and to promote cross-disciplinary interaction. The design of these spaces will use flexible and modular partitions to accommodate transitions from small to large groups. And the use of flexible and modular furniture will allow for various configurations to respond to different teaching and learning modes. These smart studios could also serve as multi-purpose instructional spaces or as study and workspaces for students, especially serving the needs of FIT's high population of students that are commuters. And the final and sixth initiative is actually very similar to the one that Tardis's group presented, and is centered around addressing building a deeper sense of community through the use of virtual space. Like Tardis had mentioned, there are very many mediums on campus right now for finding out what happens on campus in terms of events, and you can find announcements right now through emails or the website or paper flyers pinned to bulletin boards. And the objective of this initiative is to improve the dissemination of these communications It calls for a digital interactive campus event management system with display screens located in highly trafficked and visible locations throughout campus. And these displays will show announcements, events, campus maps, and signage. And a mobile and social media application should be developed in tandem to provide the real-time information. These digital displays can also serve as an additional platform for the display of artwork, and it could also serve as charging stations for mobile devices. Digital maps will show where campus services are located and improve wayfinding, and could serve as a marketing tool during campus tours. Improvement to the virtual environment will enhance face-to-face interactions. When students know what is happening on campus, they will become more engaged. Their participation in campus activities will increase, and their sense of community and belonging will deepen. And in summary, what these 6 initiatives have in common include promoting and supporting student work, incorporating cutting-edge technology, being located in highly visible areas on campus, and the sharing of spaces and resources to encourage collaboration and strengthen a sense of community. Because each of these initiatives actually share some similarities, they can even be addressed together. For example, Studio X and the collaborative Smart Studios could be co-located next to the academic support departments to create a large learning commons. Our group hopes that the implementation of these initiatives will create a dynamic, vibrant, and inspiring spaces on campus that will express and support the passion and the creativity of the entire FIT community. Thank you.
Brooke Carlson, Assistant Professor of Cosmetics and Fragrance Marketing and Management in the School of Graduate Studies, and I had the pleasure of working with our group that focused on increasing alumni engagement with FIT. Our group members all had different FIT experiences and backgrounds, allowing each person to contribute their own views on alumni engagement at FIT. As you might imagine, we certainly had our differences of opinion and perspectives. Although this was true, we all agree that it was very important for us to focus our initiatives around providing current FIT students with the best overall experience and engaging them as much as possible during their time at FIT, knowing that they will become future alumni and industry leaders. With this concept in mind, we were able to develop initiatives that both alumni and students could benefit from for years to come. Our first initiative is the Alumni of the Future program. The Alumni of the Future program connects current students with their peers and FIT alumni in order to establish lifelong engagement with the alumni community post-graduation. Working hand in hand with Student Life and FIT Student Association leaders, Alumni Relations will pair first and second year students with third and fourth year students. The third and fourth year students will act as buddies or mentors to the younger students. Together with the alumni community, third and fourth year students will plan various alumni activities and events, such as educational lectures and networking events, that will bring students together during their time here at the college. This exciting program will allow students to establish strong relationships with their peers and will begin building a network with the alumni community pre-graduation. Alumni will also have the opportunity to give back to their alma mater and learn firsthand about current FIT news, events, and student success stories. Our next initiative is the Alumni Mentoring Program. The Alumni Mentoring Program connects current students with alumni across all industries and disciplines. Together with the Career and Internship Center, Alumni Relations will select Presidential or Baker Scholars as the first group of students to participate in this program. This small group of students will be paired with alumni mentors, and because of its size, it will allow the college to closely monitor and assess the success of the program. Of course, if successful, the program could expand beyond presidential or Baker Scholars. Structured activities such as Dressing for Success and leadership workshops will be planned for mentors and mentees throughout the year. This exciting program is a great opportunity for alumni to re-engage with the college by nurturing our future generations of global industry leaders while further developing their own leadership and managerial skills. The program will also provide students with a rich source of guidance from alumni, and students will be encouraged outside of the classroom to successfully complete their degrees and better prepare themselves for a smooth transition into the professional world. Our next initiative is the Alumni Admissions Ambassadors. FIT Admissions and Alumni Relations will create an Alumni Admissions Ambassadors program, which will allow alumni to volunteer at FIT recruitment activities both on and off campus, such as Open House, Admitted Students Day, and regional or national college fairs. Alumni will have the opportunity to share their personal FIT experiences and career accomplishments with prospective and admitted students, parents, and their peers. Students will have the opportunity to network with alumni and get a glimpse into the variety of industries that are available to them post-graduation. The program will also assist the college with ongoing recruitment efforts and initiatives. We feel it is important for students and their parents to see how the investment in an FIT education leads to successful careers. Our next initiative is lifelong learning and professional development for alumni. This initiative will promote lifelong learning opportunities for alumni, positioning FIT as the first stop for all of their professional development needs. Individual departments will plan free workshops for alumni that will cover hot topics such as resume writing, personal branding, or a technology refresher course. These workshops will be free to all alumni, enabling them to further develop their skills post-graduation and at various stages throughout their careers. Workshops will be conducted by faculty members and will be facilitated and supported by Alumni Relations, the Center of Continuing Professional Studies, and the Career and Internship Center. All alumni will re-engage with the college and their peers while increasing FIT's profile as the best resource in NYC for postgraduate professional development, including the various programs available in the School of Graduate Studies, all of which will make FIT more competitive. Our next initiative is the Alumni Engagement Committee. Many of us within the FIT community have maintained relationships and connections with our alumni and are able to reach out to our alumni network when in need of speakers and volunteers for various departmental events. In order to help streamline this process and maximize our efforts across the college, we propose establishing an Alumni Engagement Committee. This committee will be an ad hoc committee that works closely with Alumni Relations, Academic Affairs, Communications and External Relations, and Student Life to develop best practices when engaging alumni college-wide. Leveraging these existing relationships will allow the college to re-engage the alumni community as a whole by providing opportunities for alumni to possibly serve as guest lecturers, thesis advisors, or project judges. In addition, it will assist in developing a centralized system to capture and promote alumni activities college-wide, while recognizing and supporting departmental alumni groups and activities. We believe that this initiative is essential in helping us create a framework that will enhance and increase alumni student faculty engagement and activities college-wide. And as it has become evident through this presentation, many of the initiatives are interrelated. Our next initiative is alumni recognition. Individual departments across campus recognize their alumni in a variety of ways and have done so for years, and they will continue to do so. The Alumni Recognition Initiative will allow us to build upon those efforts by acknowledging and celebrating the significant contributions and accomplishments our alumni have made within their communities and professional lives. We will do so by recognizing them through a variety of outlets, such as the FIT website, social media, alumni awards, and the Hugh magazine. Alumni Relations, along with other departments, will collaborate to create a series of rubrics for establishing alumni recognition across the college, acknowledging the fact that criteria across schools, departments, and programs may vary greatly. It is also our goal to work directly with the Marcus Gladys Library to record and archive all recognition activities for future FIT use. We believe that this is a great way for us to honor our alumni and reconnect them with the college while promoting a sense of school pride. And our final initiative is Faculty on the Road. Faculty on the Road is a program that highlights FIT's faculty members by taking them on the road, a location off campus, where they will share with the FIT community a topic within their field of expertise, while allowing alumni and their parents and current and prospective students to engage with one another and learn more about the college. The program will take place in various cities where large numbers of alumni reside. Alumni, their parents, and current parents will also be invited to serve as event hosts. This program is a great way for FIT to recognize our esteemed faculty members and for alumni and parents to give back to FIT by serving as hosts. Prospective students will also benefit from this program, as it will allow them to get a glimpse of FIT before taking the next step in their educational careers. We believe that all 24 initiatives that we've shared with you today will promote the type of community building and engagement that will empower students to make the most of their FIT experience from their first day and throughout their careers. With human and capital investment, we believe that it is within the college's power to realize the vision of Goal 3. Thank you for your time, and we certainly welcome your feedback.